Hey guys, what's up? uh, Today some different stuff. Uh, it's been now almost 3 years that I'm posting drum covers. I've posted more than 100 drum covers on YouTube, some full band covers, some project videos, some tutorials, and uh, I was always getting questions like what kit I am using and what cymbals and how's the microphone set up and what camera I'm using. So I thought it would be now time to make a gear review or just to show you what and how I use for my videos, and but it's very important that I'm not sponsored by any brand, so nobody's paying me for playing these brands. This is my personal choice. So yeah, uh, maybe this video will be a little bit longer. I'm not sure, but I will try to make it as interesting as possible. Okay, so let's start with the drum set itself. Everything I have and I own is a result of a 16 years of collecting and trading stuff. A lot of stuff I bought used on eBay. There is some stuff I bought, of course, new from a drum center or from the internet, but a lot of stuff is bought in a used but very good condition. So let's talk a little bit about the drums. This is the Thomas Star Classic Performer all birch shell. So this is the model which was before the Bubinga and the birch Bubinga kit came out. So I think this was produced in 2005. So yes, this is a 11-year-old drum kit, and the finish is this wonderful, beautiful finish called Dark Cherry Fade. It looks gorgeous, and I just cannot be tired of looking at it. It's amazing. So this is actually my fourth drum kit. The very beginning, my first drum kit was about, I bought everything for 20 euros, so you can imagine how that was. Then I was playing on a very low budget drums, which sounded okay with good drum heads. Then I changed to a German brand called Sonor, and when I saw the Sonor, I decided to switch to Tama. Okay, so this is a Thomas Star Classic Performer, 100% birch. First I bought the shell set, which contains this bass drum, the 10-inch, the 12-inch, the 14-inch tom, and the snare drum. And the shop where I bought it, they offered me a 15-inch floor tom. Actually, it's not a floor tom, it's a rack tom, a 15-inch rack tom. And I said, I was thinking like they wanted to have a high price for it. So I said, no, I don't want it, because I knew that if that 15-inch tom would stay in the shop in this finish, he will not be able to sell it later on. So I think after a year I went back to get the 15-inch tom. But before that, when I brought my kit home, I immediately went to the internet and called a drum shop in Germany and asked them whether they have a second bass drum, and fortunately they had one. So I ordered the second bass drum, which arrived. The finish is the same, although you can see that the wood pattern is a little bit different, and the sound is different as well. This this bass drum is more dry, and this is a little bit more, you know, full. But I really don't care, because in the mix they sound awesome together, and I also like it if they are not totally the same, tuned the same. I like it when there is a little bit of difference, so it means like boop, 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 boop. It's, okay, and after that I had already the 2 bass drums, the snare and the 3 toms. I went back to the shop where I bought my kit and offered a very cheap price for the 15-inch rack tom, and they gave it to me. So it was a great deal. This was a good deal. And then I found, no, then I contacted again some years later the drum shop where I ordered the second bass drum, and I ordered this 8-inch tom from them. And this was handcrafted in the factory, especially for me, because these tom mounts, these old ones, they didn't exist. So I said I want them with the old tom mounts, and yeah, I placed the order somehow that year in the end of January, beginning of July, and the tom arrived in August. So it was a very long time. And then I saw on eBay the 16-inch floor tom in use, but very good condition, and I purchased it. And I really regret that that guy offered me the 18-inch tom as well, and I said I declined. So I told him I don't need it. That was a mistake. That was a mistake, because I say that a drum set cannot be big enough, or can't be big enough. Yeah? So the current setup is 2 bass drums. Both of them are 22 by 18-inch. The toms are like 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch, and on my right side I have the 14-inch rack tom and the 16-inch floor tom, and on my left side I have the 15-inch. Yeah, it's the 15-inch rack tom. The drums came with Evans drum heads, and I have to say, although I'm not an Evans fan, I'm a Remo fan. They were very good drum heads. I don't know, I don't remember what we had on what I had on the bass drums, but on the toms I had G2, Genera 2 or something like that, and I changed. So on the bass drum I have no compromise, so there is no question. I always use Remo Power Stroke 3 drum heads with this Falam Slam stickers to get a great punch or a great attack. And then I changed the drum heads on the toms to Remo Emperor clears, and that was a big disappointment, because I got a lot of low end or low frequencies, but I was missing that high punch from the toms. And in my earlier drum covers you can see those drum heads. Now currently I'm using these white single ply coated Ambassador heads, and they are great. They are really great on these drums. They give a very warm and very quick response. So a warm tone and a very quick response. I have 2 snare drums. So I have the stock snare for the drum kit, which is a 14 by 5.5. And what I'm currently using, and I sometimes I change it, so you've seen it probably very often also in the videos. I bought it used on eBay as well, from Germany. It is a drum workshop collector series brass snare. It is 14 by 5. It's 14 by 5 and it is very, very loud. It's a very loud snare, and it's very fast. So it's, I mean fast when you hit it, you get such a cracky tone immediately, which is incredible. Okay, so what shall I say about the drums? That's all about the drums. So let's talk about the cymbals. The cymbals, I think I will change the camera angle. Okay, good. Okay, so let's talk about the cymbals, and I will go from one side to the other. I know it's ridiculous, and I have a lot of cymbals, and maybe a lot of people are asking why I have so many cymbals, and oh, you don't hit those cymbals anyway, you only use 3 or 4 of them. But first of all, I'm addicted to them, so I collected them, and there are some of them which are on my journey since the year 2000, so I respect them. And yeah, they are like having souls, and I cannot just simply hurt them by not putting them on the drum set, you understand, you know? It's like, I don't know, it's I need them there because I like it. It's still better to have them here than just put them down in a case and let them go. So let's see. So by the way, I use mainly UFIP cymbals, which is an Italian brand. They make really great cymbals, but they are very, very expensive. New they are very expensive, so I try to get them used on eBay. Unfortunately, there is no dealer in Hungary for UFIP, so either you get them from eBay Germany or from eBay Austria, but nowadays you can only find new stuff on eBay, and it's very rare to find used stuff. So yeah, you have to have luck. Okay, so that's my 16-inch UFIP Natural Series Crash, which is very nice. Then I have this little bad guy, which is in Istanbul. These are Turkish. The Istanbuls are Turkish handmade cymbals. This is a 14-inch dark crash. Very fast one. Then I have here the 16-inch UFIP China, which is I think it's from, if we look from below, yeah, it's also a Natural Series one. Very nice sound. Then I have here this little guy. This is a 11-inch UFIP Bionic Series Splash. Okay, then I have, this is a 17-inch. This is a 17-inch UFIP Bionic Series Crash. This is my newest cymbal. A guy just came into my old rehearsal room and asked, "Oh, I have a cymbal. Are you interested?" And I was like, "Let me see it." And yes, of course, I'm interested. So it's sound like. Okay, then I have this. This is an 8-inch UFIP Experienced Splash. No, I'm wrong. This is my newest cymbal. This is I bought it on eBay. It was a very good price. So it's a good one. Then I have this hi-hat, which is the upper part is an UFIP Experienced series, and the bottom is a an UFIP Bionic series hi-hat cymbal, and it's a 13-inch. I never had 14-inch hi-hats. I always had 13-inch hi-hats, and I like 13-inch hi-hats. Don't ask me why. Okay, it's maybe like this. This is I use this for as my main hi-hat. Then what do we have? Okay, this is an 18-inch class series. Class series cymbal. Then we've got here an 8-inch. No, yes, it's an 8-inch Istanbul Sultan. Maybe like this, you can see it. Sultan splash. This is very special for me because I bought it in 2010 in Turkey at my honeymoon. So I went there on my honeymoon and I bought the cymbal. Then I have here these two Istanbul splashes, which is both of them are these Istanbul Mehmet splashes, which I bought I think in 2001 or something like this. And the 6-inch has already a very small crack in it, and I put it on the 8-inch, and they both sound separately amazing, but together I like this little stack. Like it's like a stack, so it's like. Okay, then I have here the 18-inch experienced crash from UFIP, and this one is cracked. This one is cracked. So we drilled some holes in it. Here are, I don't know if you can see it here and here as well. Do you know when it cracked? I think it was my cover number 100 when I played Propane's Voice of Rebellion. So Propane, you owe me a cymbal. Okay, then I have here a closed hi-hat, which is a UFIP class series hi-hat. When I was in my previous drum covers, when I had only the small kit, I was using this hi-hat as a main hi-hat because I was using only one hi-hat. Okay, then I have this very loud UFIP ROF. I don't know how to pronounce it. ROF series, China. It's very loud. Then here is another Istanbul traditional. This is a light crash, an 18-inch light crash. Guess where I bought it? In Turkey. Yeah. In 2013, I was on holiday in Turkey, and my wife was collecting souvenirs, and I said, okay, I also need a souvenir. And what else? A cymbal. Then my ride is a 20-inch UFIP ROF series as well. It's a great cymbal. And this is my very first hi-hat. This was my very first hi-hat. This is an UFIP 13-inch, of course, ROF series hi-hat. And then I have this 16-inch ROF series crash. This one is with me since 2000, so 16 years already. And I put him by side because he got hit so many times that now it's time for him to a little bit to retire. I really like the sound. And then this is a 16-inch natural. No, this is sorry. It's an experienced series from UFIP. It is not allowed. It is not allowed. It's a low volume cymbal. And then we have this experience series 18-inch China. Okay, so that's about my cymbal. Oh my god, 10 minutes. 10 minutes already. This video will be very long, and if somebody watches it, then I have respect for him. Because now let's continue with the hardware. And regarding the hardware, I don't have any favorite hardware, so I don't stick to brands. I use everything what is good and in a good price. For example, I have some hardware from Gibraltar, and I think Gibraltar is a very good brand from quality and also from price. But I have some cymbal stands which are from my very first drum kit. I have some cymbal stands which are from my Sonor drum kit. I think the important thing to talk about is I have a remote hi-hat, pedal from. It's a very low budget one from Millennium. It's the brand of the music store Thomann in Germany. If you are in Europe, you might know him. But it's horrible. So don't buy it. It's not working. So I only use that 13-inch hi-hat as an open hi-hat on my right. But what is important to talk about, I think, is my drum pedal. And now I will switch the camera angle again. So this is my drum pedal, and yes, it is a double bass pedal. It is a Yamaha. I think it was called. Yeah, it is a Yamaha DFP, like double foot pedal, 880. And this was the best model in the year 2000. And I was in Germany that time visiting my uncle, and I bought this for not even for euros. I bought it for Deutsche Mark, and it was a reduced price, so it was good. And what I really like on it, that you can take off this beater and put it here, because it's mainly a double bass pedal, but you can put it here, and then you have two bass drums. I once thought about changing it to two single pedals, but keep it. And fortunately, I kept it because I bought two pieces of Tomo Iron Cobras, the rolling glides, and I really suffered a complete year. I simply couldn't, find the perfect adjustment for myself. And these pedals I was using already 11 years. So yeah, they are still working great, and sometimes I think maybe I should change them, but since I don't have the chance to use or to try out other brands, I will not, because these are great pedals, and they are still working good. And the spring tension is like on my main foot. On my main foot, the spring tension is much tighter than on my left foot. The reason behind it is that when I play the bass drum, I never let the beater on the drum head, like this. I never do it, and I see a lot of people when they had the second beater here, so they are using a classic double bass pedal. Then when they are not playing their left foot, they leave the beater on the drum head, which I think which is not so good in my opinion, because it's like if you hold the one stick on the snare drum on the head, and then, you know, hit it with the other. So the one stick on the snare drum will you know, influence the sound of the snare. I hope you understand what I am talking about. So I never let the beater there. I always let it come back. Okay. Then what to talk about next? I will not talk about, you know, the advantages and disadvantages of having two kick drums. I think maybe one day I will make it, but that would be another video, because it's a long topic. There are pros and cons, and I don't want to go into it. So let's go now to the recording equipment. So for recording equipment, you will need, of course, microphones, and for the bass drums I use these a pair of old Sennheiser MD421 microphones. These are not specially for bass drums. You can see them. The new ones are black, and they are very expensive, and you see them, a lot of people use them on toms, because I think that's where they belong to. But I really like them on the bass drums. But you have to be very careful with this part. I broke it, and to get this clip, or how do you call it, it cost you over 40 euros. So it's very expensive. So I had to fix it somehow. I think I glued it. I put some glue on it, and the mic is pointed to the head and is only, you know, halfway in the drums, and it get the closer you put the microphone to the beater, the more punchy or more Justice for All album sound you will get. And if you take it out, then you will get more the body. So I put it here, and it's great. Okay, then let's look for the snare drum mic. For the snare drum mic I use the that's the Audix, no focus. Focus. Okay, I use the Audix i5 mic, which is similar to the Shure SM57, but it is maybe 10 or 20 euros cheaper, and I'm really satisfied with it. For the toms I use really low budget microphones. This music shop, online music shop, Thomann, they have their own brand. It is called T-Bone, and it's a little bit a replica of the Sennheisers, I think. And these are these T-Bone, let's see here, T-Bone CD 55. T-Bone CD 55. They make the job. They make the job, and we are talking about, you know, YouTube drum covers, and not about you know, Slayer going to the studio. So they make a job, and they cost 25 euros each. So they are very cheap. And if you need more than 3 or 4, it's maybe better if you buy a set, and then buy 1 or 2 microphones separately to it, rather than, you know, buy all of them separately. yeah, tom microphones, and then I still have the two overheads. The overheads are good microphones. These are the let me see, the Rode M3 overhead microphones, and they are awesome. They are very, very good. I used to use some Behringer very, very low budget microphones, but they died. They simply died. I think I have here, yeah, like this one, but they are dead. One of them is not working anymore. Okay, then what do we have? You need. I'm sure that you need good microphone cables. If you don't have, so don't save money on microphone cables. I'm using Cordial. I don't know how they say it in English, but it's yeah, Cordial microphone cables, and the hardware at the end, I don't know how to say it, the XLR stuff is from Newtrick. It's written Neutrick. In German you would say Neutrick. In German. Oh, my phone is ringing. That's my brother. I will call him later back. And everything is going into this interface, this one, which is the main interface. It's a Presonus VSL. This phone. This is this is a Presonus VSL 1818. It has 8 channels, and then I purchased. This is a Behringer ADA 8000. So an ADA 8000, because I have 11 channels, because first kick drum, second kick drum, this is the snare drum, 8-inch tom, 10-inch tom, 12-inch tom, 14-inch tom, 15-inch tom, 16-inch tom, left overhead, right overhead, and everything is going into this old PC. And on this old monitor, you know it, you've seen it, I mix the stuff. I got another monitor from my brother, but he bought a new one, and he said, "Come on, where's the focus here?" And he said, "Come on, I give you my I will give you my old monitor." And now I was using it, so in my previous covers you can see it, but now it's not going on. It's not working. For monitor, how do you say this, boxes? I bought these active boxes from Presonus. These are the Iris 5. Really great, very, very great monitors. They sound great. And I had this old PV20 USB mixer. Before I had the Presonus stuff, I was, putting all the microphones in that mixer, and the mixer was connected to the PC, and I could record everything but only in one track, so I couldn't then play around with the bass drum, with the snare drum and everything I had to adjust on the mixer, the volumes of the different stuff, and then it was going to one track, and for that one track I was putting some compression and playing a little bit with the EQ, and that's how the song the sound came for my videos. The very first video I used the 8-track channel was Domination from Pantera, and that was also a very long learning process, how to mix, you know, every single track separately and then put it together. Okay, what do I still have regarding the cameras? Now I'm filming with my DSLR. This is a Canon EOS 650D. I think it's called different in the US, something like Rebel T or I or TI4 or something like this. And then I have my good old GoPro 2. I started to work with this. It's still good, got some scratches already on the lens, but it's still working. And a couple of weeks ago I purchased this wannabe GoPro. This is a Chinese stuff. It says it can do a lot of things. Well, the quality is worse than the GoPro 2 if you go outside. But inside, if you put it down and you use it as an additional camera angle, it's good. I haven't used it yet. Actually, I used it once, but it produces MP4 files. And when I wanted to import the MP4 file into Sony Vegas, which is my video editing software, it didn't recognize the video, only the audio part. So I have to figure out how to convert first this video file into another format, maybe WMV or AVI, and then it works. So yeah, basically that's it. I hope I've answered you all the questions, and it will be a long video, so if you look it from the beginning till the end, thank you very much. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice day. Cheers.